So what most people are doing when it comes to comment automations is they put up something like this. They do a comment reel where they just say comment a keyword and then I'll send you blank or whatever it is. And then they have a DM where it's like a button where they have like a huge thing like this that has the text of whatever it is, just some copy. And then they take them straight to the sales page from there. No context, just the initial DM. But doing a system like this, using a software like Manychat, which you should not be doing, they know it's a bot. We start the conversation. It's not personal because it's just a single message where it's obvious that they're a bot, and the single DM is just what they asked for, not starting any sort of conversation or actual anything personal, and they don't have enough information between clicking on the button and actually going to the sales page to actually purchase from there. You're just going to get a lot of visitors on there thinking it's a free product, and then they also know it's a bot following up, even if you actually do a follow-up sequence, which most people don't even do. So instead, here, what I'm going to show you in this video is a DM comment story reply automation sequence that I built out, and this had a 8.1% conversion rate from people who sent the DM to people who actually converted. So I say sent to the DM because we're not asking for comments on a reel to get the best results. What I found the best results with, for my client here, who got a 900 MRR over the weekend, completely automated from the sequence, is a story post like this. So Reels plus story. I say Reels plus story in capitalize because you're going to see the best results from the story if you do have a lot of attention on your account. So you see some audiences are just a lot more engaged than others. Even with a good scripted reel, you might get a lot less comments than likes, people actually engaging. So something that works the best for that is a story. So what the story looks like is you want some sort of social proof in here. This was just a little testimonial for one of the parts of the course. And we say, do you want to see the exact protocol that this guy used to resolve this outcome? Comment show me on the story was just because this is a very B2C audience. These people have no idea probably about this feature in the first place, that they could reply to the story. So we're going to say comment show me on the story. It could be reply blank to the story, and you walk away with whatever the game plan is to achieve. And then also what we did for him was we posted this on his free Skool community. It had about 2.6 thousand members at the time of posting this, and you still see there's not much engagement. That's just going to happen from Skool community. So don't judge the engagement or how well this post performed just on the likes and comments. Instead, judge it on how many people DM'd you the keyword via the link in here. So after getting all these DMs, you see for these two is comments show me, story reply show me. What we did on story reply here, this got way more people interacting with the word show me than this. I believe this had about 747, I'll probably be able to see here. No, 758 runs. We got 61 purchases on the low ticket product with just this single automation. So 758 people commented on the story, replied to the story, the word show me, while only 121 did it on the reel, even though this had way more reach than the story. And then what we're doing there is not anywhere close to what most people are doing with their Manychat automations, where they go like where they just have the comment and then the button DM sending them straight to the page, like, hey, first name, here's the page request or something like that. No. First, and we're going to wait a few seconds because this is especially important with the story reply. And then after waiting for a few seconds, make it look like it could be even a real person answering this, we're going to ask them how long blank. So how long have you been struggling with this? How long have you been, for this person, Christ-focused self-improvement, how long have you been trying to walk with Christ for? How long have you been struggling with blank? How long have you been trying to do blank? Wait until they reply. So this is built out completely on Go High Level. It's very similar to certain softwares, but Go High Level is by far the easiest one to build with this. And then once we wait for the reply, which we're going to do, of course, because we're trying to seem like a real person here and build a lot of report before we even pitch something to them or send them the link to whatever it is. Next, we're going to affirm whatever they said. We're going to support whatever they said by saying a lot of people also struggle with this, or it looks like you're right. What we said here was looks like you're on the right path, or simply acknowledge what they said in a generic way where whatever answer they gave, it's still a sort of brotherly affirmation of like they're doing well. Next, we're going to wait another short period of time, wait 4 seconds around there. And so confirm what this means is we're confirming that what they have is an actual issue for them. So the question that we asked here was stuck with lust though, because that was the pain point that we were really digging on into this audience. So, and then we're going to wait until they reply, and we're going to wait a little bit more time because this DM will take them more time to respond to, try to make it look more real, like we're not even in the chat anymore. Wait 10 seconds. It doesn't really matter exactly how long it is, but you want to make sure that you're waiting a certain amount of time, not just replying automatically like it is with a Manychat thing. Just, you don't want to go through that trouble. And next, we're going to appreciate their honesty because this is something that they're very touchy about. This is something that honestly matters to them. And this question will help us put some fuel on the fire for when we're following up with them, because this is when people really open up and they really tell you all of their struggles that they're actually having. And then after we wait 10 seconds, the point of this appreciation is mostly because of that really big opening up that they just had. And then we're going to wait a very small amount of time because this is part of the same DM. And then we're going to send them the pitch. So after we send them the pitch, we're going to wait a little bit more time for them to read through those DMs because the chances are they are still in the chat. And then we're going to just say, let me know, something casual like that, where we still haven't mentioned anything about there even being a price tag attached to this. And you'll see the most people booking a call, you'll see the most people joining the low ticket product, whatever it is, from simply this part here. The best people will just go here and they'll just DM something like booked, or they'll DM joined or something like that, where they're already in there. Those are the best leads to have because those are the people who are actually high value audience member. And then after we initially pitch them there, we're going to start the follow-up sequence. This is a huge part that is missing out with Manychat and what most people are doing with comment automations in the first place, or story reply automations, is we're going to wait for the reply. And there are two things that could happen here. We're going to put a 30-minute timeout on this to go into the follow-up sequence. So if they didn't reply within 30 minutes, then we're going to go through this follow-up sequence, which I'll go through in just a second. But if they did reply, what we're not going to do is just leave it like that and take them out of the sequence entirely. We're going to add a step to add an internal notification to a team member, to yourself, to whoever's running this system, to reply manually, because this is where their main objections come up, and this is where they also say they just joined or they just booked or whatever, which is where they need the most attention, so they actually show up to the call, or they actually stay in, if it's a MRR based like Skool community, which was what we're doing here, then that's where they actually need the most attention to stay in the Skool community, not churn from there. But if they don't reply within those 30 minutes, we're going to send them a sequence of replies here. So the first question we're going to ask is or blank. So this is what we did for this here about conquering lust was, or is conquering lust not a priority for you right now, or something like that, which will make them say yes. And if they still don't reply to that, we're going to wait 1.5 hours and add some sort of urgency or scarcity. So I put these completely separately because a lot of people don't know the difference between these, but here's what I'll explain this right now. So the urgency that we first used was we were saying that the price will increase in 48 hours because that was the truth. It was just a launch sale. The price would increase in 48 hours. And then once we extended that, we just changed it to say price is increasing soon, which we have done that now. And then we changed it to scarcity once we were about to hit the 100 member mark, which is where we closed it off for this drop. And then we're going to wait another 1.5 hours to 24 hours, depending on the context of this message here. And then we're going to be clear that the next message that we're going to send, this next follow-up, is the last message they'd be getting from us. Instead of just having a similar follow-up to these two, we're going to get way more responses by making it clear that this is the last message, the last chance that they'll have. So we're going to say something like, hey man, this is the last message you're receiving from me about this. Are you still interested in blank. So what most people do is they would say, are you still interested in booking in a call? Are you still interested in joining the Skool community? Are you still interested in purchasing whatever the product is? But you'll find nobody is still interested in that because that involves the investment. They're not interested in the investment, they're interested in the outcome. So instead, we're going to ask a question like, are you still interested in the desired results? So for this particular client, a great example, what we used was, are you still interested in conquering lust within the next 4 weeks? For you, it can be anything related to your service, the desired result that your service provides. So that's a main, that's like a key point in all copywriting. So that's about all I had to say in this video, all I had to share with you today. I hope you got a ton of value out of this. If you did, then scroll down a tiny bit and just click the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, then you should check out this video up there because YouTube thinks you'll like it. And peace.